campers and that. Can we help you? Can our company help you? And I start laughing. And I said, I don't think it's going to work at my place. What do you mean? I said, he said, you can do a cruise, and then you can take all high elite people and then raise funds. I said, bro, I wouldn't even know what to do with that. Well, we'll put the whole campaign together. Obviously, you've got to pay them a cut. You understand that? Yeah. Why do you think they're in the business of raising funds? Because if I raise you 50 million, I get 3 or whatever. Look, I'm not a fundraiser. Well, how are you going to pay for what you're doing? I said, I'm going to pray for what I'm doing. Yeah. Well, who's going to fund you? Ravens? Yeah. Ravens? Coin out of fish's mouth? Yeah. Job meal not failing? Oil not failing? You mean you take, these are top people. You mean you take the Bible really literally? You think that still works today? I said, well, all I know, I'm in my 46th year, come around and you tell me if it works. Yeah. So somebody said, well, the 100-fold doesn't work. I said, okay, whatever. All I know is you come around here, you see miracles every day. What do you mean it doesn't work? Get off cocaine. Stop smoking the weed. Stop smoking weed. Stop vaping now. Giving flows from covenant, not from need. So the moment, we have a need, we need to raise funds. No, you teach people what the word says, and people act on the word and break through, and people begin to give in proportion to their faith and where they are, and then as they grow, their giving increases. There's people today that are giving into this ministry. What 5 years ago was their income, they're giving it in their giving. That's how God has increased them in 5 years. How many of you that have been around this ministry any length of time could say with the uplifted hand, Pastor, from the time we came here till now, our giving is way increased, and we are shocked at what we give. Wave your hand at me. Wave your hand at me. Okay. Look. So the increase came. Why? Because you exercised these things, and you operating in the legal authority of it. So God never asked for money to meet his needs. So you're never going to tune in channel and suddenly God's taken over the channel. I have to do this. Heaven's in trouble. If you don't give, I don't want what to do. Now listen, the world's going nuts. Remember I warned you about the whole UFOs and stuff like that? They're about to announce aliens. This is the bank. This is BBC. This is England. Because they want to shut things down. So they're about to announce an alien invasion. I promise you. How many of you remember me talking about this years ago? Okay, yeah. So they're about to do this. This is happening now this week. They're saying that if they announce an alien invasion, that all the banks in Europe are going to collapse. What do you mean? If there's green men coming here, all this has been planned, folks. All of this has been planned. From trying to get race wars going, which they're not going to get right, not around these parts anyway, and then aliens are going to land. Which I look around normal crowds, I sometimes do a second take. But then I realize, no, it's not alien. They're actually real people. God never asked for money to meet his needs. So you'll never see God on television saying,